Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gemma, and today I'm going to bring you through a flow that is focused on crow pose. So we're going to start on our hands and knees, stretching out our hands and fingers. All right. So hands about shoulder distance apart. I have my index finger facing forward. That rolls my shoulders away from my ears. Grip the mat with the fingertips and start to shift your weight forward and back. So if you feel like all of your weight is in your pinky finger, try to push into to this index knuckle as well, okay? So setting up a good foundation of your hands and your fingers is where it's at for arm balances. Because if you don't have a good foundation on your hands, the arm balance is going to be so much harder. All right, let's flip the hands, come to the tops of the hands here. Widen the fingers as much as you can. We'll push evenly into the fingertips, okay? And then start to shift the weight back. So you might not move back far. It's just a little transfer of weight. All right, let's come on up. We'll roll around the wrists, just nice and gently, going one way. And then we'll go the other way. Clasp the hands together, roll the wrists. So trying to have the wrists be kind of like jello. If there is another way, we'll go the other way. All right, perfect. So shake them out as much as you can. All right, so let's go through a few sun salutations to warm up the whole body. So we'll do 2 sun salutation A's and 2 sun salutation B's. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up, gaze follows. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the back. Then plant the hands, step or hop back to plank and lower down. Elbows tucked in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Last one. And look between the hands, walk, step, or hop up. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale to your mountain pose. So we'll do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Lengthen on your inhale. Plant the hands. Step to your plank and lower down. Tuck the elbows towards the ribs, come to a hover. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. 3 breaths again. Look between the hands, walk, step, or hop up. Lengthen on the inhale. Fold on your exhale. Stand up tall, reach up, gaze follows. Exhale to mountain pose. Sun salutation B. Bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, reach down. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands, step or hop back, lower down with control. Inhale and exhale. Step the right foot between the hands, left heel plants down, sweep the arms up, squaring the hips, gazes up. Exhale, plant the hands, step into plank, lower the body with control. Inhale and exhale. Left side, left foot steps, Plant the right heel, reach up. Plant the hands, step into plank, lower the body. Inhale and exhale. 3 breaths here. Last one. And look between the hands, walk, step, or hop up. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold forward. Bend the knees and sweep the arms up. Chair pose. Exhale to your mountain pose. One more. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, straighten out the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands, step or hop into plank, lower down, tuck the elbows towards the ribs. Inhale and exhale. Step the right foot between the hands, left heel plant, sweep up. Plant the hands, step into plank, lower down. Inhale and exhale. Last side. Step the left foot between the hands, plant the right heel, sweep the arms, square the hips. Plant the hands, step into plank, lower down, finishing the vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. 3 breaths. Last one. Look between the hands, walk, step, or hop up. Lengthen. Fold. Bend the knees, reach the arms up overhead. And back to your mountain pose. I'm gonna face you. So let's bring the feet about a little bit wider than hip distance. Angle the toes out. So we're gonna sink down into a bit of a squat, into a squat. A bit of a squat's here. If you wanna stay there, great. Hands are here. And then let's bring the hands down, tap the fingers down, and then come up, hands together. We'll come down again. And then up. We'll do it one more time. Let's come on up, let's come all the way up. Angle the toes to me and fold forward. You can grab onto your big toes, roll the shoulders back, top of the head comes straight down and relax the head. So trying not to be here with the shoulders, we want the shoulders to be away from the ears. Elbows are facing out. One more breath. Inhale to look forward. Keep a hold of the toes and we'll heel toe the feet apart. Angle the toes out. Come down into a squat. Look forward. Push the knees out with the elbows and then come into a forward fold. Come down into a squat. And then forward fold. Just going back and forth within these two poses. And we'll do it one more time, but we'll stay in the squat this time, bringing the hands together. So drive the knees out with the elbows, bring a bit of tension to the hips. So crow's a lot of hip mobility too, as if we can't do a deep squat, crow's gonna be a little harder. Let's come on up. Stretch out the hips a little bit. So I'll show you crow in case you haven't done it in a while, okay? So in your crow, you're gonna come down into a squat. Hands are planting down, index fingers forward. You're bending the elbows, popping the hips up, and then you can bring the toes together on your mat. Grip them out with the fingers. You're shifting forward, one toe up, then the other. From here, don't forget about the core. You're pulling it up, pushing into the hands, and then coming down. Okay? So we're gonna do 3 vinyasas. So your option, this is where it comes into a crow flow. Your option, you're here to your vinyasa, or you're in your crow, step down, step back, okay? So we're gonna do 3 of them. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up, bring them together. Come into your squat. Plant the hands, pop the bum. Come into your crow pose. Hold for 1 big breath. On your exhale, shoot the legs back. And then vinyasa, finishing it off, downward dog. So we're not gonna stand between these down dog or between these vinyasas. You're gonna hop the feet up behind the wrists or to the outsides. Coming into your crow. We'll hold it for 2 breaths this time. Hop it back. Vinyasa. And then we'll hop up again. Might be easier to hop between the hands this time. And crow. Hold it for 3 breaths. A little harder this time. On this exhale, hop back. And finish off your vinyasa. All right, let's come down to child's pose for a second. Toes together, knees wide, sink the hips towards the heels. Walk the hands forward, forehead down. So if you stumbled a little bit there, just let it go. If you nailed it completely, let that go too. One more breath. All right, let's come up to downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up. Step this foot to the outside of the right hand and raise the right arm up. Come into a bit of a twist so you can gaze up, sinking the hips down a little bit. Right knee drives out. And then bring the right hand down to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe the right foot out. Bring the left knee down, coming into lizard pose. So you can have the back toe tucked or untucked, you choose. Maybe you're coming down onto the forearms. If it feels more comfortable up here, go for it. So let's come back up. Tuck the back toe, raise the right leg up, 3-legged dog, and then lower that foot down. Raise the left leg up, step this foot to the outside of the left hand. Raise the left arm up, gazing up. Start to wobble, grip the mat with your right fingertips. See if you can open the chest a little bit more, gaze up. Then look down, plant the left hand down to the inside, heel toe the foot out, right knee down, and coming into your lizard pose. Keeping the breath as deep as you can. And then walk yourself back up. Let's come back to down dog. come onto the knees and I'll show you a demo. So we've done our regular crow pose, all right? We were hopping back and all crazy. So now I'll show you one-legged crow. It might happen, it might not. All good. So you're gonna come into your crow. Then you're gonna shift your weight over to one side and then extend the other leg up, okay? I know, we're gonna try it. It's a lot of core in this one-legged crow, and you know what? If you shift the weight and this knee doesn't come up, it's okay. That shifting is a really good starting point. The first time I did this, as soon as my knee came up, I did this. And that's okay too, okay? So it's all about practice, yoga practice, not yoga perfect. I really like that saying when I heard it. All right, so let's try it. If you don't want to try it, it's okay. If you want to practice crow again, go for it. Let's come into your crow. Okay, if you've got a really steady crow, you want to stay there, go for it. If you're ready, shift the weight. Maybe that toe comes down. That's a good point as well, okay? You can have one toe down as you raise the other leg up to get that feeling, okay? So as you're working so hard to get that knee off, core, 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 okay? Grip the mat with your fingers, so much core to lift the knee off of its support, right? And then you're extending up, okay? So let's do the other side. And you've got one side that's probably gonna be a lot stronger, your dominant side. This side might not work if it's not your dominant, all good, we'll try it, right? We can step it down, maybe raise up, maybe that's as far as it goes too, and that's okay. It's all about just practicing, right? So you can try it one more time. You're gonna have a little sip of water as you practice. All right, awesome. So let's go through a sun salutation. So stepping into down dog. And again, just starting to like let that go. Whether you really liked that pose, whether it hurt your triceps where your knees were resting, all good. It's done, we let it go, we move on. Look between the hands, walk, step, or hop up. Lengthen, fold, stand up tall, reach up. Exhale, mountain pose. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Plant the hands, step or hop to plank and lower down. Inhale. And exhale to down dog. So let's come all the way down to our bellies. So shift into plank and lower down with control, even slower. Chest, belly, thighs come down to the mat at the same time. So let's strengthen glutes, back, okay? So hands are down by the hips, roll the shoulders back. On your inhale, raise up. We're gonna hold it. It's kind of a counter to crow. So in crow, we're working so much core and we're rounding forward. Here, we're strengthening the parts where we were rounding. And then release. Pick a cheek. You can windshield washer the knees, or sorry, the heels or the feet. Let's do it again. We'll do 2 more times. Forehead down. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Maybe even a little higher. I like to think about pulling my fingers and toes towards the back of the room. It's not about being up here. It's about height of the chest, kind of. And then release, pick the other cheek. You can windshield washer the knee or the heels. And we'll do it one more time. So set yourself up. On your inhale, reach up. Keeping the breath steady. And then release. Let's plant or stack the hands, forehead on the hands. And windshield washer the heels. Let the hips go. Let the hips just sway from side to side, stretching out the back. And then let's push ourselves all the way up to a seat. So extend the right leg forward, step the left foot to the inner thigh, square yourself off to this right leg, lengthen the back, and then begin to hinge from the hips to fold forward. So if you're here rounding your back, think about here where you're lengthening. It's kind of like you're reaching with your chest instead of your head. And inhale to look forward. Exhale to come all the way up. Keep this leg where it is. We'll step this foot in. Wrap your hands around this foot. Lean back and start to straighten out this right leg. Heron pose. Sit up as tall as you can. Think about pulling the toes towards you and pushing through the heel. Feel this all here. We're trying not to round the back. And inhale the length, and we're gonna let go of the foot. Try not to let it sink. With your left hand, grab the outside of this foot. Right hand for a bit of balance. And push or pull the foot across the body. IT band. So from here, think about the pinky toe pushing away from the leg. Feel it all the way up, okay? Or all the way down, I should say. All right, let's bring this leg through center. Slowly let it release using your core. Beauty. Other side. Step the right foot to the inner thigh. Square yourself off to the left leg, lengthen out your back, and then begin to fold forward. So if you're rounding the back, sit up. Hinge from the hips to pull the chest forward and down. Let's take one more deep breath. And then walk yourself up. Again, leave this leg here, bend this left leg. Wrap your hands around the foot if you can. Sit up tall. You don't want to round back, sit up tall. Begin to straighten out your leg. Push through the heel, pull the toes towards you. And try not to just hang out in the pose. We want it all to be active. So active back, pull the shoulder blades together. Push through the heel. Let's let go of the foot, but don't let it drop. Right hand across, grab the outside of the foot, left hand to the side for a bit of balance. Get into your IT band. And then once you're here, push that pinky toe away, really get into it down near the calf. And then bring it through center. We're gonna let it go as slow as you can. Beauty. Bring the soles of the feet together. Pull the heels towards you, wrap the hands around the feet, sit up tall. So if this isn't available, we could be here as well, sitting up nice and tall. You wanna feel a nice stretch in the inner thighs. So think about, instead of thinking about pushing the knees down, think about space for the hips. Pull the knees out and then bring them down. So it's kind of like you're pulling the legs out of the hips to bring the knees down. Nice long back, long steady breaths as well. All right, so let's do one back bend, okay? So we'll roll down. Options for your back bend. You can be in bridge pose, little bridge where your feet are hip distance apart. I can touch my heels. I'm pushing up and rolling my shoulders underneath my back. Or planting the hands, push into the hands and the feet and doing a bridge pose. We're doing a wheel pose. So you pick. When you're ready, we'll hold for 3 breaths. Let's go up. If you're in bridge pose, roll the shoulders under the back. You might clasp the hands. One more steady breath. And then gently release down. Let's do one twist before we finish up. Pull the knees in towards your chest, hands out to a T. Let the knees fall to the right, and the gaze will go the opposite way. So your gaze will go towards the left. We'll try to keep this left shoulder down. If it's not down, adjust yourself so that you can bring it down. If you want a little deeper, wrap the top leg around the bottom leg. One more breath. And then bring the gaze through center. Bring the knees through center one at a time. Be mindful of your back when you're switching sides. And then let the knees fall to the left. Right shoulder stays down this time, so adjust yourself. Do what you need. If you're going a little extra, the top leg wraps around the bottom leg. And we breathe into it. 5 breaths again. And then unwrap yourself, bring the gaze through center, pull your knees into your chest one more time. Give a little lower back massage. And then extend the arms and legs down for your final resting pose of Savasana. So wrap the shoulders under the back slightly. Relax the ankles and the knees. Relax your hips and your glutes. No more tension in the core. Just let it go. Feeling your ribs pressing into the mat. Release the shoulders. Wiggle the fingers a little bit. Just letting them naturally curl up. Just any tension in your jaw, wiggle it around. Part your teeth. Let the muscles on your face fully relax for these last few moments. Allow the space between your eyebrows to become soft. Allow your hairline to drop. Stillness. tension starts to creep in, relax it. When the thoughts start to arise, allow them to move on. And when the feeling of gratitude begins to fill you, allow it to. And with the feeling of gratitude, inner minds will start to bring some movement to our stillness. Just moving in any way that feels right to you right now. And coming into a full body stretch. And relax it all, pulling your knees into your chest. And then roll to your right side, using your arm as a bit of a pillow. Gently push yourself up to a comfortable seat. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. Bring the hands together in front of your heart. So again, with that feeling of gratitude for what you just did with your body, I want you to bow your chin. Take a few steady breaths right into that feeling. And allow it to stay with you for the rest of your day. Raise your eyes and your hearts to me. Thank you so much for joining me on my mat today, and I hope to see you again.